Before we get started, we obviously need to get all of our dog hair off of our leggings. It's very important for increasing your flexibility. We want to make sure that we are not rounding too much in our back or arching too much in our back. We want to try and maintain as much of a neutral spine as we can. We're going to push into the ground and lift our legs up and pull them out into the biggest straddle that we can. From here, we point our toes and we slide our hands out 5 times. We're then going to flex our feet and repeat the same thing. As we slide, we want to keep as much weight off of our hands as possible. So you don't want to just be using the floor to slide. You want to feel like you are actively sliding out and actively sliding back in. The goal is eventually not to have our hands on the floor, so we will just be hinging rather than sliding. But for now, of course, sliding is fine. Remember, you're only sliding out as far as you can. You don't have to feel forced to slide all the way out, and you definitely don't want to sacrifice form in order to do so. If it's easier, you can just slide to your elbows. You don't need to slide all the way to your stomach. Think about lifting up and out as you pull forward rather than just down. When you lift your legs, make sure you are using your abs as much as you are using your legs. You don't want to just lift from your hip flexors. If at any point this video feels too difficult, like this version of the stretch feels too difficult, be sure to click on this video that is about to pop up now. That is the beginner version of this stretch. And on the same note, if it feels too easy, you can click on the intermediate version here. If you are primarily feeling this stretch in your lower back, then you are sliding too far, or this version may be a little bit too difficult for you and you might want to try the beginner version. Likely means that you don't quite have the hip mobility to sit in a straddle with a straight back, and maybe you just need to take a step back and work on getting into that position correctly first. Alright, this is our final set. We're going to pull our legs out one more time. If you can't pull them any further than the last set, that's totally okay. We're trying to keep our toes pointed up, making sure they don't dip down. We don't want our front toe touching the floor. Being patient with your body whenever you're doing anything really, but especially stretching is always going to pay off. You don't want to push it just to get a further stretch, because likely you're going to end up doing things incorrectly and either injuring yourself or not stretching the correct muscles anyway. Think of it as a time for meditation, so you're not getting frustrated with yourself or with your body or with where you want to be. You're just experiencing the moment and trying to work with your body as is. Keeping your chin up and looking out can help with not rounding your back. All right, the final piece, and potentially the hardest piece, we're going to lift our legs up and up and back in 10 times. Again, focusing on form first, so if you need to bend your knees here, that's totally okay. Congratulations, you are finished. That was a great use of 5 minutes. I hope you're very proud of the decision you made to do that, and I will see you guys next time.